Hey guys, so I wanted to show you something I got from Michael's, and I probably got this back in December, and I have just now decided to open it. Actually, I forgot all about it, but it is a Faber Castell monochrome box, and it has soft pastels, it has colored pencils, drawing pencils, pit charcoal, eraser, two types of smudger eraser, and a sharpener. And normally this was like $29.99, and I got it for $12. And I'm going to kind of show you how it is. I love Faber Castell. And if I'm pronouncing it wrong, I am so sorry, but that's how I pronounce it. Now it has quite a lot of stuff in here. It has the story, I guess, of them. That's really neat. I've never seen that before. Let's see. So like I said, your eraser, your kneaded eraser. You get a little sharpener with it. Your nice earth tones, it looks like to me. I would call these earth tones. You get 3 colored pencils, 2 pit charcoal pencils, and 4 of your drawing pencils right here. And your smudger. And right here, which is pretty nice. So it says, 2 charcoal, 4 of the graphite pencils, which is HB, 2B, 4B, and 6B. Then you get your 3 colored pencils, 187, 176, and 273. And then I guess a little newsletter on them, which I've never seen. It's pretty cool. So I going to show you kind of how they are. If you've never used them before, like I said, I'm a fan of them. I think, especially their colored pencils, I think are very smooth, as well as their drawing pencils. So this would be one of their colored pencils, their drawing pencils. So we'll start off with them. We'll start off with the HB. I always like to do, just a little box, kind of just go in and shade it in for you, and then see how well they smooth out. Alright, so that's the HB. Here is the 2B. And I love finding good deals. Like I said, this was $12.99. Normally $29.99. And I know Michael's going to be a little bit on the pricier side. Michael's Hobby Lobby here in the States is kind of where I'm at in the States. Sorry, I've only had 1 cup of coffee this morning. That's kind of only 2 options I really have to buy art supplies unless I order them. So when I can find something fairly on the cheaper side, I definitely try to grab it. And this is the 4B. This is the 4B right here. And I need to go back and label the other 2. This is 4B. And HB. And now we have our 6B. And normally I'm a fan of 6Bs. HB, I guess it depends on what. I like HB if I'm just kind of lightly tracing something out. But my favorite is to use a 6B. Four B to the 6B. So that's the 6B. And then you have your colored pencils. This is the, let's see, which one was this one? Yeah, this is the 273, which is like a gray. I love their colored pencils as well. I'm a fan of this company and their products. So this would be the 273. Then we have our 176, which is more of our brown. And like I said, this was the monotone box. So 176. And we have our 187, which is kind of our rust. I would call this rust, maybe. Rust or pumpkin. Now I'll have to sharpen our charcoal pits for just a second. I gave you a medium as well as a, is it 2 mediums? I believe that's 2 mediums. Actually, they gave you 2 mediums, so I'll just sharpen one right now. And I was mistaken. They gave you a medium and a hard. So this is the hard one right now. So this is their hard. And this is the medium. So I like to label just for my own benefits when I'm going back, and I'm trying to see if I remember if I've used these before, what I liked about them, what they look like. Then they also gave you a nice little assortment of soft pastels. So let's check them out. And yes, I do know I have a smudge stick, but I like to get a little down and dirty doing my artwork. That's part of, one of my favorite things about doing art is that you can get all nice and messy expressing yourself. Now I'll go ahead, I'll still use my finger. Let me grab a napkin real quick, because I don't want to contaminate my colors. Those are looking really nice. This would be definitely a fun little set to get someone that's just starting out. Maybe a new student that wants to try something. If you have someone in your life that's just getting into art. And they wanted to try some different things. This would be a nice one to get them. And I'm all about, like I said, I'm all about finding art deals on a budget. Now, personally, I probably would not have spent, like I said, I probably wouldn't have spent $30 on this, but that's just me. I teach in very rural areas. I teach at mostly Title I schools, so if you know what Title I schools are, you kind of understand. So I don't want to bring products and things to my students and show them that most of them probably would not be able to obtain. So that's why I love finding good deals. So anytime I can find something for what I feel like is a good price, I always try to snatch it up real quick. And then I like to share with my students. Yeah, these are real smooth, real nice. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see these lighter ones on here. But that's going to be okay, because the last one, obviously, probably will not. Maybe a little, see it on there. But there you have it. That is the Faber Castell Monochrome box. And like I said, I got it a couple of months ago from Michael's, and I just never had opened it yet. And I thought I would try today, or show you guys today. I got it for $12.99, originally $29.99. Like I said, I thought that was a great deal. And if you find it, if you, hopefully you can get it for the $12.99 if it's still hanging around your Michaels store. If not, if you just really like this, I do recommend this. I do like all the different items that you get with it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thanks.